So let's just select everything here because I kind of want to discuss a little bit of my workflow when I do my blocking. If you can see here, I have a key on, it's on twos, but on numbers, okay? The thing is, if I play it now, you know, we don't really get a good idea of the timing of the whole thing, okay? It's really, you know, we can kind of see what's going on, but we don't really have a feel for what's going on. So the first thing that I want to do from there is time it. Because if I look at my poses, I'm fairly happy with the spacing that I have. You see? So when I'm blocking, I'm not really looking at the timing of things, I'm looking at the spacing, because I'm looking at the relationship between the poses. Okay, and what I want to achieve is to know and to feel, you know, what my character is doing. So you see here, I'm describing an arc when he's up in the air and then going back down, landing, and then continuing to absorb the energy and continuing with a few extra steps and then finally coming to an end. Okay, so once I'm happy with that, I can start timing. Something that I want to insist on is, you know, I could have, you know, jumped like this and then landed like this and then put my foot on the ground and that would be it. You know, that would be like he stands after this step and then that's it. But it will never really look good because you will always feel that there is still a little bit of momentum kind of, you know, needed to be absorbed. And here, that's why, you know, as I was blocking it, you know, I realized, okay, I'm gonna do one more step here. And then I realized, no, that's not enough. So I added, you know, this last little bit here, and then the weight shift back, you see, back to the left here. And with that, I felt that I had enough information for me to be able to absorb the energy properly. So that's usually the case when you want to stop something. It always takes more time than what you plan, in a way. So keep some room for yourself to be able to really go in there and stop it properly. With that said, I'm going to time it. And timing, it's not something that we know. You know, it's not magical. It's not like, you know, I'm going to do this many frames and these many frames. And no, I really don't know. when I do it, I really don't know. I just have to try it. I have a few clues, a few ideas on how long I want the poses to stay on screen. But then I'll have to refine it maybe. Okay, so let's just do it together. Here I have my anticipation. Okay, my anticipation before the jump. And this anticipation right now, if I play it, you know, I don't see it. You know, it's like, so it's a miss. You know, we need to see the anticipation even more than the jump itself. You know, it's like we need to understand what's going on, how he's building energy. So for me, that's the moment where I will need the more frames as a hold. Okay, so I'm just gonna take this, the whole thing here, and move it, let's say, about 6 or 7 frames or something. You know, like I have now a good amount of time to see what's going on, and then I'm jumping to the rest. Okay, and that's a rule. Let's say in editing, you know, the audience needs about 5 to 7 frames to register what's going on in the scene. So usually the first 5, 6, 7 frames, there is not a lot of big change in your scene because your audience needs to just be able to see it, see what the setting is, where your character is, what he is doing and all that, and then the action can start. Your brain is really processing it very fast because it's only 6 frames, but we need that to be able to see what's going on. And now if I play it, you see a bit more of the anticipation. Of course, that is, you know, I need more information in there, but for now, that's gonna be it. Okay, so I'll have enough of this. This and this, for me, needs to be quite fast. You know, I want to feel the the quick release of energy. Okay. So that's something I kind of didn't do, so I will do it now. I'm setting a key on everything here just to make sure. Before I make any big change, you see I'm selecting every frame here, putting a key just to make sure, just in case in the blocking I didn't do it. So now that I have this, so here I kind of want it to be fast. This here, this is my apex. You see, this is the moment where I kind of want a little bit of hang time. Okay, so for me, I'm going to put it, maybe, I'm going to try 4 frames, but I think it's going to be too much. Because it's going to be like, you know, a long time in the air before it goes down pretty fast. So it might look like it's a little too cartoony-ish, but let's try this, okay? So now that I did this, you see, I'm starting to get a better feel of the weight of my character because of that little hang time. So now I see the anticipation, I see the hang time, starting to feel better. And if you look at the ending, you know, the way it goes down, I kind of like the change, the contrast that I have now. You know, the hang time that lasts a little bit longer, and then the fast down. Okay, so that is something I kind of want to keep. So here, this is something I like. You see, boom, boom. I think that's nice. But then here, I might add one more frame in there, just because you see here and here, that's a big change in my character. So maybe what I'll do is I'll just add 1 frame. And you see here at this point, I don't know, I'm just kind of guessing from the spacing that I have. See here, this pose and this pose are pretty far away, especially for this foot. And if I left it where it was here, I only had 1 frame as an in-between. So for me, that wasn't enough. So here I'll have a bit more, and I'll be able to play a bit more with this. So let's, you know, play it fast here. I kind of, you know, get a better feel for it. And I kind of like the fact that here I'm going fast on the transitions. Okay, so boom, boom, boom. So I might just keep that as the momentum, just to kind of feel that the momentum is going on. And then here, that's probably the moment where I would kind of start to slow down a little bit more. So here I'm gonna give it, let's say, 1 more frame. And then here, probably 2 more frames, something like this. And then here, maybe 1 more frames or something. And then I'll give it, you know, a few more frames for the ending to make sure that I have a nice ending there. So let's just play it here. And now I'm starting to get a better feel for, you know, my character. And also, if you look at my timeline, what I like about it is it doesn't feel like it's evenly timed. You see, even just by looking at the red lines on my timeline, I can see that my actions, you know, sometimes I have big gaps between them, sometimes I have smaller gaps between them. So that means that my timing, my beats, you know, the phrasing of my animation is going to be interesting, because it's not going to be always the same kind of timing.